All right. We are live, and welcome to everybody who is joining us and is going to be joining us and could potentially be joining us. My name is Great City Mike. I am the host of what has become the best BESM actual play series, probably because it's the only one on Twitch and YouTube. The Guardians, with the Guardians of the Old Faith, aka the Goofs. Joining us as usual today, we have Marman Erston.
Hello.
And Nick,
Hello.
and our resident bionic maid idol, Yuzu.
Oh.
And today, because it is the bridge episode, as I mentioned earlier, for the previous half of the season of the Guardians into the current season of the Guardians, today is a very special episode of the Guardians. Let me pull up the thing. I put it on the wrong thing. There we go. So when last we left the Guardians, you guys had put on a live performance.
Yeah.
And we were fantastic at it.
And
Yeah, we were so good.
you were so good that there were absolutely no problems at all. There were no mistakes made. There was no one punched, no one scared half to death, and no one threatened to be killed by one of the heroes. Those things did not happen in the new universe that spun off from the previous universe, that is a lie. All of those things happened, and you guys are horrible at being heroes. and that apparently raising the hopes and morale of people. But where you failed in your actual personal attempts to satisfy and mollify the people of Frontline before engaging in Operation Last Resort, the performance that was displayed afterwards was successful in being able to purge a lot of the influence of the Black Glass Flame from the area. And now, whereas you were small dots of color in a sea of monochrome, now that dot is a much bigger, and everyone within it has their colors back. And the hope and positive feelings, positive energy for the future is
Lighting hasn't turned off the power. That's the light switch.
is wide amongst all of the people of Frontline. And at the end of the night, as all of you rested from expending your energy in making everything okay, excuse me, the Black Flame Cardinal Kaji came and did something, and the episode ended, and we took an extra week off because the animators had already busted their asses and were given a slight reprieve before starting on the next batch of episodes. And so at the beginning of today's episode, instead of the normal opening played by Wagaki Band that we normally would have, Instead, we get
Yeah, you're. That's their.
and the imagery that is displayed is that of a magical girl, and the magical girl is Suki, and her the other characters that we have met so far in the series, Seiko and the Deadly Vipers, General Viper, Riddell, are all shown in the vignettes and in the opening as various school people. The younger, the people who are about the same displayed age as all of you are other schoolmates, and the older folk like General Viper are like, teachers and stuff like that. It is a literally completely different vibe from what has been displayed so far with these episodes of The Guardians. And when the episode opens, it opens to have to put the frickin' see, this is why I shouldn't be allowed to try to do things. What to do? This done already.
Nothing.
Hide that layer. This layer here. There we go. So we are at your stereotypical anime high school. It is apparently spring because the cherry blossoms are in bloom. And it is there's a hint of chill in the air, but it's still warm, and there's a hint of chill in the air, but the sun is shining as the new school year begins, and everyone is arriving at Frontline High School. Yes, it is Frontline High School. Standing at the gates welcoming all of the students is Principal Viper. As everyone's welcome, hello everybody, welcome, hello everybody. Stop running!
All the cell doors.
Your skirt's too short. Your socks are too long. Your hair is cut incorrectly. That kind of thing. Sachiko, you have just moved into this new town, and you don't have any friends yet. This is the first day of school. You're feeling of course anxious and apprehensive, but at the same time, it's it's a brand new day. It's a new school, a new you. And as you pass by Principal Viper and Miss Riddell standing next to him, being the stereotypical pretty teacher. As you pass by Miss Riddell, You look at her and you get this feeling like you should know her. Like where have I seen her before? And for a moment as you pass by her, she also gets kind of a weird look on her face, but it's a passing moment, and you're just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. Um,
Deja vu.
yeah, kind of like a deja vu. I have
I've
been in
just
this
been
place
in this
before.
place
I am
before.
on the beat, and I know
And
it's
I
a
know
time
it's
to
my time to
believe.
go.
Calling you,
Calling
is a
you,
mystery.
and the search is a mystery.
Standing
Standing
on
on
the
my
street,
feet,
and
it's
it's
so
like,
hard when I try to be me.
Oh,
Whoa!
dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun.
dun. Okay.
Sorry.
And as
Oh, I
you
love you, Mike.
as you pass by Principal Viper and Miss Riddell, and then you also think of something real quick. How do you know their names? Like, do you don't remember reading the school brochure, but maybe you did. And as you're pondering this, that is when you bump splats into Mr. Daisuke. Mr.
Ah.
Mr. Daisuke. This is your first day as a brand new teacher at Frontline High School. You were late getting here because your car broke down. And so you ended up having to rent a bike the rest of the way. So you ended up missing the first day of school teachers meeting, which got very stern looks from the rest of the faculty, and especially Principal Viper. And then during that meeting you realize, how do I know his name? And also you see Miss Riddell, and wow, she's pretty. But how do I know her name as well? Do I remember her from a Gravure? Is she a Gravure model by night? And you're pondering over these things when you are bumped into and pretty much taken off of your feet unexpectedly by you would think is a waif of a girl, but she be thicker than she looks, because she like had some weight behind her as she rammed into you, and both of you fall down. And of course she falls down, legs kind of splayed in front of you as you fall down, and you have a straight eye line.
High school girls, high school girls.
Yeah, and you have a straight eye line right to the sweet spot.
Very interesting.
Are you okay? Be very careful running around here. I'll go ahead and help her up.
Okay. Sachiko, what you doing?
Yeah, excuse me. Wait, I'm a high school student, right?
Yes, you are a high school student.
Okay. Are you my homeroom teacher?
Hide behind the door in the office.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's weird. You both look at each other, and in a moment it's like, I know
Not
this
sure,
person.
Sachiko.
And then yeah, he says your name.
How do you know my name, Daisuke?
You shouldn't refer to a teacher by their first name. Great teacher Ishikawa.
I mean,
GTI.
why do I know my teacher's first name? I think to myself.
Technically,
Oh, and for a moment, Daisuke, the forbidden thought passes through your mind. Is she one of those high school girls? The ones that were legendary while you were in your junior community college, barely scraping by to get your educational degree.
Welcome. You should run along to class. I'll be there
Would.
shortly.
I would, but I'm trying to find it. It's my first day, you see.
Well, you just go.
Will you walk me to
It's-
class, Mr. Ishikawa?
It's right over.
You know where it is.
Oh, okay.
As you're
Yes,
thinking, as you're
yes.
thinking about it, you're like, man, I don't really think I know. Oh wait, no, I know exactly where it is.
Some reason I didn't think I did, but it's over this way.
And
we can walk together.
and as you two start to turn to walk, right behind Sachiko, it will pass by the front gates, passing by Principal Viper and Miss Riddell. Principal Viper, such a weird name. Suki, this is also your first day in this town, but not because your parents moved or because you're just new to this area or you transferred schools. You are the magical girl Daisuke. You have heard that from your magical kingdom that you are the princess of course. You have heard that the dark forces of Crash, and this is an acronym K.R.A.S.H. The dark forces of Crash are coming to steal all of the youthful energy from this particular plane of existence, and their diabolical plans begin with this tiny little high school in Japan. One of the many plain, regular old high schools that you can find anywhere in Tokyo. And so, using your magical abilities with the help of your magical assistant Nakanerk, you have weaved a magic spell that allows you to be able to pretend to be a member of the student body, so that way you can infiltrate the school and make sure to protect it from the evil forces of Karash. And so you step across the boundary into Frontline High School with a mission already on your mind, and you get that same familiarity with General Viper, or not General Viper. I'm sorry, General Viper. Who's General Viper? Principal Viper and Miss Riddell. And then when you look across the schoolyard, you see two other people that you feel like you recognize them, and you can't quite place it, but man, for some reason, you really don't like that teacher is so close to that young girl.
Ooh.
La 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 la.
What you doing?
I run up and go, Sachiko!
Oh.
Wait for me.
Is
Sachiko,
that
you yeah.
Suki? How do I know your name? You're new here like I am, right?
Yep, just arrived from out of town.
Have we met before?
Yes, no, not sure.
Maybe your name was in my new student packet or something, and something must be wrong with my memory bank.
Your memory bank?
My
Well,
my brain, right?
yes. I mean, that's what's in everybody's head, right?
Why did I
Bells
call it my
ringing.
Memory bank.
Uh-oh. Better get to class then.
And as
You don't know how it happened, but all of a sudden toast appears in my mouth as I run to class.
It was there the entire time.
I'm like, "Ooh, I gotta finish my toast."
Where somehow the butter pat still stays in the middle, even while you're running.
Oh.
And so as all of you, as the bell rings and everyone begins hurrying towards their class, the camera pans up and back, and standing atop the school, of course, no one on the ground can see them, are three figures, that the sun is behind them, so they're bathed in shadow. You can't see their features. But anybody watching the show would obviously recognize the silhouettes of Crash, Mercy, and Zoan.
I'm imagining they're in like the delinquent school uniform look with like circa Yu Yu Hakusho.
Actually, they are dressed in full, okay, it's them, but evil.
Whoa.
They're
Do they have mustaches?
Crash does.
That makes him extra evil.
Yeah, Crash has a mustache. Or no, I'm sorry. He has a goatee.
Oh no, that's evil.
Yeah, he has a goatee, and even though his hair is green, the goatee is black.
Never trust a man with a goatee.
Never trust a man with a goatee. They're only from the mirror universe. So the scene shifts. You guys go through the first day of school. You stand excuse me. You stand in that boring opening assembly that they make everybody go to and stand at. You get to hear Principal Viper drone on and on about, this is, these years are the best years of your lives, and make sure that you are making good decisions and that your friends and memories are all, worth the effort that you put into them, and blah, 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 blah. And it is during the assembly that all of you also find another strangely familiar face in faces, I should say, in the head of the physical education department, Mr. Asano, and the school nurse, Miss Seiko.
Hello, nurse.
Hello, nurse. And as the morning goes on, you see other faces that it's like, yeah, I feel like I know that person. And like Sachiko, of course, it being the first day of school and you wanting to make as many friends as possible, you're, going and talking to people and being like, hi, my name is Sachiko. And of course, you got the introduction where you got to stand up and write your name on the board.
I'm 15 and my blood type is O positive.
Oh, and of course, you get the looks from some of the boys, because of course you're the cute new mysterious transfer student. But wait, what's this? There are two cute new mysterious transfer students.
I heard butt type and I don't regret it.
Butt type is oh my. Butt type is damn. There we go. So yeah. But you see other faces that you're like, man, like this is my first day at this school. Like for some reason you knew the names of everyone on the cheerleading team, all 5 of them. And for you, Sachiko, everyone was, you guys were all like instantly friends. Suki, you fell in really easily with the members of the Kendo club. who for some reason, like, they're like, hey, do you want to go get your head shaved with us?
That seems like an odd thing to do for school.
Like, I don't know. It just feels like we should all go get our head shaved, right, guys? Yeah, guys, let's all go get our head shaved. Yeah. And and Daisuke, of course you would always, but you find yourself gravitating towards Riddell, Asano, and Seiko. And the morning goes by normally, and then it's lunchtime. And lunchtime happens, and you, Daisuke, find yourself sitting, you find yourself sitting in the teacher's room, and none of the other teachers are there, but Asano, Riddell, and Seiko are. And Seiko, is the first one to kind of go, Daisuke-san, have we worked together before? I just transferred to this school. Did you go to blah, blah, blah academy?
I feel like we have.
Yeah, same thing with you.
Maybe
You was
a date would help me jog my memory.
and Asano goes, smooth move there, bud. But yeah, I mean, this is also my first day here. Is this all our first day? And Riddell goes, I don't think it's my first day. And you guys all start, just kind of talking and hanging out and stuff. Lunchtime rolls around for the students, so for Suki and Sachiko. And what are you guys, or actually I'll just go to you, Suki. Obviously you have to try to fit in, but you also have a mission. What are you doing during lunchtime?
I assume Knockanurk's with us, or
Okay,
is he?
So Knockanurk has transformed himself into a cat and is living and is hiding inside the backpack that you are always carrying around. So you've got Knockanurk with you.
All right. Well, first need to go get lunch, but after that, something easily portable and eatable on the go, so we can go and scour so we can go look around the school.
Oh my gosh, whatever you find, can you get me some too? The what they have that passes for cat food. For cat food in this dump is horrible. I'm starving over here.
I'll try to get tuna sandwiches or something similar.
Oh my god, tuna sandwiches. I could totally go for some tuna sandwiches right now. He is talking quite loudly.
Glad he's voiced by Danny DeVito.
Sorry, I dropped my Magnum wrapper that I carry for my giant dong. Anyways. He is talking quite loudly, and people are looking at you strangely. And Sachiko, you just happen to be passing by, having already gotten your lunch and just kind of heading back to the classroom to eat it, when you hear the weird Jersey voice coming out of apparently Suki's backpack.
Hey, what's in your backpack? Is it one of those new, like, game systems? Do you play
Y-
video games?
Herbie.
Yes, it is a game system and nothing else.
Well, you should give me
Beep
your friend
boop.
code.
Beep boop beep.
Like, that's an objective.
I'm a
No,
game
no, no,
system
it-
over here.
Did you mod it? Sounds different from mine.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Yes, but I leave it in my backpack so it doesn't get confiscated because I need to play it after school.
Well, shouldn't you take it out and put it on mute?
Yes, I will do that after I get lunch. Yes.
Beep
That
boop.
is the-
Oh,
Beep boop. I'm making noises in here.
oh, that
I hit
sounds
the
like a
backpack and
really-
go, shut up!
Ah!
well, that's a
See,
very
I-
exciting
There's-
game.
Yes,
Still
it's
watch
called The Cat Who Won't Shut Up.
Yeah, I got your cat right here. Grum, 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 grum.
Is that the new Final Imagination games I've been hearing so much about with the Cumulus protagonist?
The Cumulus protagonist.
No, this is the this is the this is the Demon Journey game. It came out a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm totally retro in here.
My other favorite game is Castlemania.
I don't have that one. So lunch though. Lunch is this way, right?
Are you getting lunch? I haven't gotten lunch yet. Let's get lunch together.
I suppose we could do that.
Yes.
I'm in the mood for tuna sandwiches.
tuna sandwiches.
I hit the backpack again.
Ah!
Wait a minute. Did your backpack just move?
No, that was me. That was just me walking. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a backpack. It doesn't move on its own.
Yeah, it only moves when you punch
If
it.
it knows what's if you know what's good for
If it knows what's good for it. Okay, so you two go down to the lunchroom to go get lunch. Daisuke, you get to enjoy whatever teachers do for lunch, which I guess is work.
especially when you're a great teacher.
Yeah, especially when you're a great teacher. Great teacher. You got GTI.
Ishikawa.
A great teacher. Ishikawa. GTI. Now I have the freaking Poison song in my head. Poison.
You're welcome.
俺を騙すいつたななきてゆく Oh oh まだすぐ犬ないきまい渦な光なりののさ 一応なのさ down 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 down. Okay. So to everybody that is either watching now or going to be watching this stream, there's going to be a lot of references to shit that probably people haven't seen. So yeah, enjoy. Excuse me again. All right, so lunch passes, the rest of the day essentially goes off without a hitch, but man, you guys just keep all of you you have this weird feeling in the back of your head like it like
I feel like Daisuke's tried to look up my skirt before. In
Tried?
a different life.
in a different life. Skirt chaser in another world. Um,
It really doesn't.
No, not at all.
um, but yeah, it's just kind of it's just kind of this uncomfortable feeling in the back of your head, like something's wrong. Like this doesn't, like, what's going on? And you can't, you're not even really sure how to like think about it. Like it's like what? Ugh. Um. Close. Okay. So the dun 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 as the school day draws to a close, and all of you guys kind of everyone's exiting the school premises. Suki, I would like for you to give me a soul check.
Okay.
Soul check.
Soul check.
So that would be a 20 total.
All right. Got that big soul. Actually, well, I mean, I'll keep yours, Suki. Everybody give me one.
Okay. So, um,
Oof, 16.
oh, why didn't that go? It's just a standard roll, right?
Yep.
9, and then, 13.
Okay. What'd you get total, Dice K, again?
16.
16. Okay. Sachiko, you do not experience this effect, but Suki and Daisuke will. There's a brief moment, like literally not even half a second, after you guys all, as you're all exiting the the building into the schoolyard, and you all, for whatever reason that you haven't figured out yet, you all kind of gravitate toward each other. You essentially find yourselves finding each other in a crowd. And for a brief moment, like literally half a second, Suki and Daisuke, there's a wake up, and it's gone. Like literally as long as it takes to say the words. And at that same exact moment, Suki, you will look up. Your eyes will be drawn up, and actually Sachiko and Daisuke, yours will as well, and you will see three figures standing on the top on top of the gate of the school, of the roof of the school. The thing that's supposed to keep people from jumping and rarely works. Three oddly garbed figures. One of them wearing a massive axe that that makes your giny tingle a little bit there, Sachiko. When you see that the one in the middle just has this gigantic axe. And they're standing up there, and the light from the setting sun hits them hits them perfectly to illuminate the three figures. And you hear the central figure that for some reason all of you, I mean, Suki, you already know his name, but for some reason, Daisuke, for some reason, Sachiko, you all look up at the same time and kind of go, Crash? And you hear Crash say, "Wake up, people! It's a new day!" And everyone, of course, turns around and they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" And the three figures will jump from the top of the building and land
Oh, have
on the
mercy.
ground. Yeah, I was like, whoa, what's you've never seen this kind of thing before, except you kind of have. And Crash will point his axe at Suki and go, well, Princess Suki, you thought that you could get here without us knowing about it? Ha! You're not smarter than Crash.
Princess.
And everyone else, Princess?
You fools have fallen directly into my trap. Can I actually turn into a magical girl?
Yes.
Do it. Do it.
Then that is what I do.
All right. So I'm going to take over this one because I've needed to do this for a long time. Suki reaches into her bag behind her and pulls out a stick that has like glitter and stars and hearts all over it. And she raises it to the heavens and she goes, Jugam, Goko no Sarikire, Sammy Davis Jr. broiler chicken! And all of you are, of course, trapped in absolute rapturous gazes, unable to move or think, as the young lady is levitated high into the air, and everything around you turns into rainbows and sparkles and stars are shooting across, and she goes naked.
Assuming Daisuke
Very
thinks.
educational.
As he's quickly scribbling it down.
Must be good
And
to the kids.
For a brief moment, the young girl is absolutely nude. Excuse me. And then a bunch of like rainbow ribbons and stuff and unicorns and raccoons and teddy bears. I don't know. Just kind of are just
Magical girl bullshit.
Magical girl shit. Surround her, and there in a, I mean, it's not that much better than when she was naked, but in a slightly sailor themed suit is the young girl that you have known up to this moment as Suki. And Suki, you finish transforming and land in front of the raptured crowd of 40 to 50 people who are in the courtyard of the school, and yeah, you have transformed into the magical girl Daisuke.
Daisuke.
Now it is time for you guys to fail, and your crime shall end here.
And it is at this moment, Suki, that for whatever reason, you look at yourself and you go, what the hell am I wearing? It's literally for less than a second, but you go, what the shit? like the true Suki for one moment emerges. And you make your announcement to the evil villain guys, and Crash will be like, we're here to steal all the youthful energy from this pitiful planet's worthless humans in order to raise our great dark lord to prominence. And the other two deadly vipers behind him are like, yeah. And Suki, so what we're gonna do, because I do not have any intention of actually rolling through an entire fight, is
Especially since I don't have any magical girl powers at all.
Exactly. This is all going to be kind of abstracted out. So what I would like for you to do is give me a what did I put? Okay, there it is. You're going to give me a body check. And then I'm going to roll against that body check. We're going to go through a few rounds of this. I'll be describing stuff for the other players to be doing as well, if they wish. But we're going to go through a few rounds of this where you essentially get into a magical girl fight with the three members of the Deadly Viper Assault Squad. So yeah, give me that.
16 total. My body's not the best.
So the first phase, I should say, of this combat is, magically enhanced physical combat as you rush. Of course, because you're the hero, you don't rush; they rush you, because that's how these shows are written. So the first Mercy comes at you, and she sends her deadly cat's cradle threads to grab around you and to take control of your body. It's a devastating magic that you've seen work on 100 worlds before, to devastating effect. But you're Princess Suki, and you've got this in the bag. So and what'd you get for total?
16.
16? Okay. So, you are, fighting and dodging and stuff like that. Daisuke, Sachiko, you guys feel like you should be doing something. Everyone else appears to be like frozen, like standing, staring at everything that's happening. You guys are like, we should be doing something. Tell me something that you are going to attempt to do. While Princess Suki is fighting Mercy.
I'm gonna get slightly enamored by Crash, and I don't know why. But I'm gonna pick up anything that I can find around me and chuck it as hard as I can in his direction, because for some reason, I sense this rivalry, and I don't know why. I'm just like, I gotta fight.
I just want to slap him, but I also
Oh,
want to kiss
right.
him.
Exactly. Like, oh, why is his face so stupid and dumb?
Okay, Daisuke, what do you want to do?
I found
Hmm. feel like
I know
we
this is
could
kind
do
of putting
something.
everybody on the spot. That's
But-
kind of the point.
So I'll kind of look at Zone. Aren't you too old to be a student?
Oh, his
Because I
head.
assume he's still big and beefy like he
Yeah, he's still
normally is.
yeah, still big and beefy, and he's got the mask on, like he's got the metal mask.
Don't make me call the cops on you.
Okay, so why don't Daisuke, why don't you give me a mind check, and Suki give me Sachiko give me a body check.
All right.
All right, so that'll be a 17 for me.
Okay.
There. 20.
Okay. So Daisuke, you go, don't make me call the cops on you. And for a moment, you're like, wait a minute, why would I call the cops on Zoan? Like, we're cool. And as you're looking at him, he's kind of looking at you and he's like, are we cool?
Cool? I mean, we're cool.
I mean, I know I'm cool, but are we cool?
Cool?
I have sand.
And Sachiko, you pick up a rock, and to your recollection, you suck at sports. Like, you have all of the coordination of a badger with 3 left feet. And the badger will beat you in a foot race. But you pick up this rock and you like get the leg up and fucking baseball, like overhand, not underhand, but overhand, fucking throw a strikeout, and it zooms like a fucking railgun shot. And it domes Crash. He just goes shoo, bang, and he goes "Ugh." And he falls down, Pratt falls, leg up in the air, hands a flailing.
A girl
Suki,
my size should not be able to throw a rock that far and hard.
yeah, like what the hell is, and then Suki, you're doing your hand to handy, dodging, duck dodge, weaving with Mercy. And both you and Mercy are kind of like, why are we doing this? And then she clocks you one. And you kind of fall back and you're like, you remember you've been hit by her before. This is weird. And now I would like for everybody to give me another soul check, this time with edge, minor edge.
Soul check with minor edge, you said?
Yep, soul check with minor edge.
13.
21.
Okay. And Daisuke? Is he AFK?
Oh.
Well, he is muted. Okay, so I guess we will just kind of wait for him to come back.
At least he's not deafened, so in theory he can still hear us.
If he took the
Maybe
headphones off.
Taking a pee.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know,
Did
but
I-
maybe.
Oh, I was about to say, did I miss him saying that part? That's fine. We could take a brief commercial break. コロナ、いつかわり、コロナのスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
Yes, indeed. That's the first. I went away and I like got my mic set up on my headset and I left myself muted in Discord. Oh, okay, you said with an edge. That's like, hey, can someone roll for me, please? Let's see. So,
Yeah, but I don't think we would have rolled that well.
9 plus. You said soul, so that's a 21.
Okay. So at this point, everyone's kind of standing and kind of standing off with each other. And well, except for Crash, who's on the ground. And once again, everyone hears a wake up. That sounds like it came from Crash. But you're looking at him and he's on the ground. And everyone kind of stops for a moment and you guys look around at each other and all of a sudden there's no one else in the courtyard except for you guys, the divas. And when you look back over towards where the school gate is, Viper, Riddell, Asano, and Seiko. But everyone else is gone. And everything comes to a halt. The music that you didn't know was playing, but you knew was playing stops. And everything goes quiet for a second. And okay. And then everything except for you guys freezes. And there's kind of like a glitch effect, and standing right behind the divas, and I'll make his picture bigger so that way everyone can see it.
Hey, it's Kyrie. Or I forgot his name. Kyrie? Kaiju? Crixus?
There we do that. I'll just be a little bit hidden, but yeah, there we go. That'll make him seen.
YIP?
And this individual is standing there, just kind of looking around and going, no, this doesn't do it all. Too colorful. Too, and he looks at Yusuke. Too silly. And then he looks
I'll
over.
show you, silly. I have a rainbow attack.
Do you do the rainbow attack?
Yes.
You do the rainbow attack, and it's your finisher. You've finished, you've ended the pitiful existences of many an enemy with your hyper beam sexy rainbow attack, and it shoots out.
Taste the rainbow!
Taste the rainbow, bitches! Taste
Got
the
skittled.
rainbow. You just got skittled.
He
Oh.
literally just chucks like Skittles as hard as he can, and it's like hail.
So the beam shoots at the dark robed individual, and it doesn't even get to him. It shoots and then it just kind of slows down and just stops. And the beam is still in the air, and he just kind of looks around it and he goes, "Yeah. This is too far outside of your idiom. I think we'll have to try something different." And he looks over at you, Daisuke, and he goes, "I think you might have something special." And you'll see black flame start dripping from his hands as he kind of swirls his hands about, and he goes, and the flames shoot out and torch everything around you, and for a moment there is blazing, blinding pain, and then nothing. And then we go to commercial.
No.
And we're actually going to kind of go to commercial because I need to go and get me something to drink real quick. So, real brief break. I'll be right back.
You need a drink. I need a drink.
I am forever. I'm going to name this guy Darkened Sky.
That's a good name for him.
Well, that was the name of the Skittles video game.
There's actually a
Oh.
Skittles video game.
Yeah, it was actually quite good, surprisingly enough. I want to say PS2. What it came out for? Let's see. Darkened Sky. Oh, GameCube. GameCube. Yeah, basically this. I think this. I can't remember exactly, but I believe like somebody was like draining color from the world, kind of like what's happening to us. And this woman literally had to go through and collect Skittles to reintroduce color and things like that. And each of the different Skittles, the Skittle gems, gave her magic or something like that.
Huh.
It wasn't a bad game. It was quite fun.
Absolutely not what I would expect.
Did you actually look it up?
I did not. But I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
have expected a Skittles game. Though there was a 7-Up game as well.
And, I
so
mean, there's
guess I
also
shouldn't be
Pepsi
too
Man.
surprised. Yeah. I
You mean the 7-Up game on the NES?
think it was on the NES, yeah.
I remember
There
that
was
game.
and then the Noid got his own game.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Oh, yeah,
Avoid the
fucking
Noid.
Avoid the Noid. That Yo Noid game slaps though. Like that's a good fucking game. Like just as a pure fucking old school NES platformer, that's a good game. Well, that's because it's like adapted. It was originally some ninja game, which is why the Noid had a yo-yo. And all they did was just change the sprite to to the Noid and change the power-ups to pizza. I dug the Noid.
Do you remember the game Darkened Sky?
Mm,
It was for the GameCube.
no, because I didn't play GameCube.
Oh, okay. It was the Skittles game.
Oh,
It's all I ever remember it as is the Skittles game.
did it actually have Skittles in it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The magic system is based off of the use of Skittles candy. Yeah, you collected Skittles throughout the world. It was I really liked the game. So
That is some 2000s bullshit. that is some early aughties shit right there.
2002.
I told you. That's some early Audi shit right there. That's like fucking what's it? Oh, what was that other, like the fucking Burger King games, the Sneak King and shit like
Oh,
that?
Sneak King,
Yeah.
I never played it, but it looked creepy as fuck. I saw a speedrun of it at GDQ.
Yeah, it's okay, let me, did I get the other thing in here?
Going to bed?
Yeah.
All right. I love
Yeah.
you. You have a good night.
Love you too.
But it's okay though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. At least I can play my dragon.
All right. I'm still in the game.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. I love you. Have a good night.
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 Have a good night.
You don't say have a good night.
I'm used to customer service right now. Good night. I love you.
I love you.
I will see you in the
Good
morning.
night.
You should say that to customers.
Wait, have a good night? Or
Oh,
good
No,
night,
I love
love
you.
Good
No,
night.
I love
See
you.
in the morning.
Yeah, see you in the morning. I love
Yeah,
you.
say that to all the customers. Like, this is the most human interaction and the most loving interaction I've had with a human being in years.
Okay, so back over here. If hopefully I think I got the right one, so it'll work. So we go to a commercial break. When we come back from the commercial break, there's a new OP again. This OP has vignettes of the various characters being members of the same office building. Sachiko, you're the peppy secretary. Suki, you're the, workaholic, attempting to be middle manager. And Daisuke, you're Daisuke.
I'm me.
Viper plays the role of the CEO of the company, with Riddell being his personal secretary. Seiko is the office nurse. She only has one role. She gets typecast in everything. Crash is the ladies' man sales manager. Mercy works in the bullpen, working on constantly typing up reports and stuff like that. Asano works in the mailroom. And hold on, let me see if whether or not there's even a thing for it. No, there isn't. That makes me sad.
Big
But
sad.
anyways, Zon is the doorman for the office building. Who am I missing? I think that's it, right? Oh, Asano. Asano also works in the same sales department as you do, Daisuke. And we open up with everyone already hard at work inside the office building. Working hard away at their at whatever mundane office worker tasks they've been given, including you, Daisuke, except, dun dun dun, you have a secret. You are while you are a office office maestro by day, you are a superhero by night. Joined along with your other office compatriots, including Asano, you all are members of the of Super Sentai Office Man. Fighting against the evil Star Corp Empire that is seeking to bring boring menial desk work jobs to every person, man, woman, child, creature in the universe in order to turn everything into the same homogeneous office environment. You and your companions, and okay, so it's you, Asano, Seiko, Crash, Mercy, and Zoan. You are Super Sentai Office Man.
Got to protect the world from got to protect the world from Lord Business.
Yeah, got to protect the world from Lord Business. Super Sentai Office Man Appare. That was an adaptation of Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. Don't at me. I know my fucking Super Sentai songs. Excuse me. You are pounding away at your various office jobs, and all of a sudden there's an explosion outside. Of course, everyone in the world knows about the evil Star Corp empire that has been trying to take over Earth. But fortunately, it is protected by its multicolored masked heroes. And so it looks like they are up to their shenanigans again, as an entire building explodes a few blocks away, and people are running around, but it only looks like it's something that is like excessively inconvenient. And because, of course, everyone runs around in a panic, but not like they're actually running for their lives in fucking Sentai shows. And so yeah, and of course, buildings blow up all the time and stuff gets stomped on by giant robots. But the damage always seems to be repaired by the next episode, and no one dies. So, it's all kind of taken with a grain of salt. But yeah, so it's an explosion. And some...
What was that?
Oh, what was that? And you and everyone else run to the window and look outside. And, down in the streets, you see some sort of strange tentacled monster that has, I don't know, like a face on its butt. Or something, talking about how pitiful humans are, and that soon you will feel the whip of, Whip Chomsky. As he's literally whipping people and telling them to go back to work that are out on the streets. So people who are not members of the Super Sentai Office Man, what are you guys doing?
I sigh. This is going to delay my reports, isn't it? I have TPS reports to finish, people.
Yeah, if you could get those
Okay.
yeah, if you could get those TPS reports done, that'd be super great.
I'm furiously typing away on my computer, responding to my boss's messages and emails because I don't have time to be distracted by anything else.
And as all of you are like, we're dealing with this shit again, then everyone looks up at each other, and there again is not just the moment of recognition, but also but a what's going on? But of course, you're all taken away in the moment again as there's another explosion. And Daisuke, you and the others, other secret members of the group, all turn to look at your boss, who is Viper. Sitting at his desk. All of you at once run to his office and go, "Boss, we need to leave early."
Wait,
We have
where'd
sudden
Daisuke go?
onset diarrhea.
We have sudden
Where'd
onset
Daisuke
diarrhea.
go? He was just here.
He was just here. And
Are we
Viper
allowed to take time off?
and Viper goes, "Not again. Don't. You guys all go back to work. The office man will save us. So unless they're attacking this building directly, you guys just sit out and shut up." And his secretary Riddell will look up at all of you guys, and again, there's that. What are we doing? And
You're just a teacher?
Yeah, why?
Oh, I heard you saying you're like.
and the
Too into it.
and the
Come on, Bruce.
she will turn to CEO Viper, and she will be like, if they don't use up that sick time that they've accrued, boss, it'll end up coming out of the bottom line. And she looks at all of you and winks. And he goes,
Got
all
a nuts
right.
Crash. I wouldn't mind getting a hold of her bottom line.
he'll elbow, dude, that's my sister. And there's a wait a minute. There's a familiarity both shallow and deep in the dude, that's my sister line. But the boss will go, all right, fine. But make sure that you put in your time cards. And
Does this mean we all have time to get Korean barbecue or Japanese barbecue together?
what
I think it's just them going off the clock for this.
and all of the members of Super Sentai Office Man will quickly head upstairs to stand on top of the building and look down
I don't
on
have mod
the.
powers.
What's that?
I don't have mod powers. Got the. Do you want to be famous?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Click our link to become big famous on Twitch.
Click to become big famous. um, uh, da-da-da.
Are we supposed to get any work done these days?
Yeah, right.
I always get work done.
The goal is to get overtime pay. In a step by step, you are my hero. Did it even make it in here? I could have swore I put the. Oh, it's uploaded the same one twice. Dang it! Oh well. Let me go back to the lobby for now. It's not all just blank. Not that it matters. Okay. Okay. So anyway, took care of that. And then I'll probably end up giving you mod powers on my channel later there, Erston. So that way when stuff like that's caught up, you can handle it before if I'm not able to. Anyways, so yeah, you guys run up to the top of the thing, and Suki and Sachiko, like, oh, okay, I got it. Suki, Sachiko, both of you guys in this narrative are members of the Super Sentai Office Man fan club. And you've just had the inkling for the longest time that the people working in your office are Super Sentai Office Man. They keep on disappearing whenever there's explosions. You know, there are times when they'll show up late after there's been an attack. Or you know, sometimes they'll come in and their suits are kind of disheveled, you know, but no one ever really seems to say anything, but you guys get in trouble for it, and you've just been trying for months to finally get the dirt, and you think that this might be your chance. So as Daisuke and his crew of suspects, and of course, you know, you kind of want to catch them in the act because, damn it, why are they getting special treatment when you're not? And so when they take off, you think you might have your chance to maybe finally catch them in the act. What are you doing?
If they're going up, you said they were going upstairs, right?
That is, yeah, they appear to be running upstairs, even though they're leaving because they have sudden explosive diarrhea.
I'm gonna try to sneak and follow them upstairs.
Okay, give me a body check.
All right.
Suki, what are you doing?
I will do the same thing. I'll basically look around saying, okay, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I just off I go, sneaking after them.
Okay.
21.
All right. And give me a body check as well.
I'm gonna actually use an ability I keep forgetting I have that almost everybody has. I'm gonna mulligan.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been waiting to use one.
Yeah,
The
that's
right
11.
time.
At least it was probably better.
yeah. At least it was better. Okay. So what you got a 21, Sachiko? That's what it says.
Yes.
And then you got a total of 11, Suki. That was your total?
Yeah, 11.
Okay. I was just confirming.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Uh,
Wait, can I use my inspire skill to give an inspiring speech to Suki about how we have to catch them in the act? Because if I'm successful, it gives a +4 bonus to any stat or skill group rolls to Suki.
Okay. So you guys both, once you see them go into the office to go talk to the CEO, you guys go into the smoking room, and are like, okay, this is our chance. So yeah, I'll go ahead and give that to you, Sachiko.
Yeah,
Is that a
I
roll
think
for
I
that,
have
or is
to
that just a
roll. Yeah, I have to do a soul stat roll, a target number 12.
okay?
Eight.
Going to assume that you have more than 4 in your soul.
I got 12.
Okay.
I rolled 8, and then 4 is my 4
Okay.
is my soul.
So you just hit it. Okay, so now you have a 15 Suki. So that will be just enough for you to follow the much more stealthy Sachiko up the stairs behind behind the suspects. So you guys are in the stairwell at the top of the building when Daisuke and everyone else gets up to the roof. And Daisuke, when you guys get up there, not only do you see the whip monster whipping people to go back to work down in the streets, but you also see on the building across from you your greatest nemesis, middle manager Kaji-kun, who used to work for your company and used to be your best friend, but when he decided that business was more important than freedom, he joined with the StarCorp Empire, and became the deadly black office man ranger, Sentai, anti-Sentai, the 6th. I didn't already give you 6, did I? You, the Vipers, and no, yeah. So this is your 6th guy.
Yeah, 6th one. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. The evil Kaji-kun, who has been a thorn in your side for so long, and he's standing over on the other side of the building with a couple of the joke henchmen, who I mean are so mundane as to not even need to be described. And yeah, so you see him across on the other building. You see the whip monster down below. What you doing? You are, of course, the Red Office Man Ranger, because I'm not going to have you be anything but the Red Office Man Ranger. So of course you're the leader.
Guys, we must stop them. Are you ready?
Ready,
Office man, change!
Office Man, change it. Oh man, so one of the things I love, just getting on a tangent, is fucking Die Ranger, and just how fucking amped they get when they fucking transform. Just like, oh god, was it Die Ranger change, tension, ha! They just get amped. Tension da! Whoa, 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 whoa! Kiryoku
Man Henshin!
The Office Man Henshin! And so lights and stuff like that, and then you guys finally see it. You finally see the people that you suspected be Office Man for so long, and then but at the same time, man, this feels familiar. Like everything's gone dark. You guys are just kind of staring at them as they transform. There's lights and sparkly shit everywhere.
I always
Office
knew
man
it.
Nakai.
High five! Yay!
And
They look so cool. And I have like stars in my eyes.
especially the big green Office Man Ranger Crash and
the
his
axe.
and his giant axe.
His axe. It's so big.
Huh. It must be early on. He hasn't changed to the white one. I mean, go
Top 10
Heroes!
betrayals of all time.
And yeah, so you guys, the team transforms, yeah, and is standing on top of the building, yeah, and you know, evil Kaji-kun, looks across the building and goes, "It's time. It's time for all of this to end. Black Office Man, Shin!" And the Dark Star comes down and it envelops him, and there's more black stuff and stuff shooting all over the place. And, his music is the same as yours, but more ominous. And everybody give me another soul check, just straight, no edge.
That's a 21. again.
7.
So 21 on Daisuke. How much for you,
Nice.
Suki?
I only rolled a 3, so 13.
7.
Okay. Daisuke? Man, as much as you are loving this, this is precisely your fucking jam.
This is every off salaryman's dream.
This is every salaryman's dream. Man, something don't feel right. It's like
It's every salaryman's dream.
every salaryman's dream.
Every salaryman's dream.
But Snooki and Sachiko, you guys are 100% bought in. This is reality to you. Nothing feels out of place. You finally discovered the identities of Office Man, and you are Sachiko, you are ready to just like fawn all over them and be their biggest fan. Suki, you're ready to sell them out. So that way you can get a huge payday and never have to work a day in your life again.
I pull
It's
out an
bonus
autograph.
time.
I pull out an autograph book. If I can get them to sign it, I'll have proof.
Crash, sign my boob.
he looks the green Office Man Ranger looks behind him.
Sachiko rips her shirt open. the jiggle physics are very, very like turned up in this reality.
Well, actually, in this reality, because it is a Sentai show, you rip your shirt open and the camera goes nowhere near you.
You're like the pants down.
Yeah, and for a minute, because this is an interruption to a Sentai show, like the camera kind of moves around and no one knows what they're doing. No one knows what they're doing, and you could see the boom mic for a second, and one of the grips on the wires is like, huh? And that Daisuke, for a moment, well, number one, nice rack, and number two, you're like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Actually, I'd nudge Crash and be like, dude, that's a coworker.
It's like, he's like, and he just kind of looks over at you, he's like, coworker? Like, but Company Inc., bro. And but then everyone else on the team is like what what's this feeling, like what's going on? And then the evil Black Ranger leaps across, but of course the camera is shooting underneath him and you don't see anything, so he jumps off the trampoline and does the flip and doesn't appear to jump very far, but all of a sudden he's right in front of you. And
Oh no!
and of course you're surprised, because how could you have possibly reacted to him jumping from a building like 200 feet away? You did not have the time. He moved so quickly. And the whip monster teleports and bling is right there, and you and the other Office Man get into a fight with the tentacle monster. I would like for you to give me a body check as you physically assault the creature. and it physically assaults you.
Ooh.
Body. So that's a 5 plus an 8. 13.
Okay. So yeah, you and the other and there's a hidden bonus that I'm not going to tell you because of course you're on a fucking Sentai team. It's not just you, it's your team. But the Black Ranger's so strong. Like legit fucking original OG Green Ranger was gangsta as fuck. Like that he beat all of them up and then took their Zord and then broke it and then blew everything up. Oh man, I miss the original Green Ranger. he was
Oh man.
he was hella gangster. He did some of the most gangster shit. Anyways, so while the fight is going on, Sachiko with your boobs out and Suki, what are you guys doing?
No, everyone can have their boobs out.
I mean, Suki can have her boobs out if she wants to, I guess, but I'm just right now, Sachiko's the only one with her boobs out.
Put those away. They're in the middle of a fight. They could sign it afterwards.
Do the quick turn around, button up the shirt, and go back and somehow I get the cheer fans and I'm cheering them on.
nice, cha cha cha. All right, Suki, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'll watch and see if I can find an opening.
All right. Opening for what?
Well, let's see here. I want to go up in the world, so stab them in the back, maybe?
Ooh. Okay. I mean,
You didn't expect that one, did you?
No, I actually did, and I like it. So, okay. So they're fighting and dancing around and doing Sentai shit. First, give me a mind check.
You didn't know that Suki was actually the Rita of the
Yeah, actually
world.
the Rita of the world.
13.
13.
Yes, 13.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
So you instantly, because you're fully bought in, your brain is like, yeah, I'm gonna take an opportunity and I'm gonna stab him in the back because, StarCorp is the StarCorp Empire is, it's a universe spanning fucking corporation. That's job security. And if I take these guys out, I'll never have to work a day in my life again. I'll be made. But for a brief moment, there's betray my friends? Why would I betray my friends? But then you remember you have no friends. So, while they're fighting up on the rooftop, you notice that the tentacle monster, because of course the Red Ranger and the Black Ranger are fighting each other because they're the two most powerful Rangers, of course, while the other four Rangers are fighting the tentacle monster. And the tentacle monster is apparently both powerful enough to fight off 4 Rangers, but not powerful enough to fight off 5. And you see that the Pink Ranger, Mercy, has been pushed up against the railing of the building. And it would just take one good push to make her fall. And the Pink Ranger, the Pink Ranger Seiko. Yeah, because Mercy's not going to be the Pink Ranger. But the Pink Ranger Seiko, she's, you've been following these guys for months. You know their dynamics. You know how they function. She's the heart of the group. If you take her out, it'll crush their morale and they'll be easily defeated. and she's pretty close to where you guys are at the stairwell. So give me a body check and roll well.
$15.
Okay. Eh.
Seiko, no.
Psycho.
Got that. Okay. And all right. Sorry. I'll be back 1 second. Sorry.
Sorry, I unplugged my mic by accident.
You got punked by Mike by accident?
I unplugged my mic by accident.
Oh.
Did you at least hear my epic betrayal?
I did.
Okay. Sorry about that. I had to go take Jen's food to her. So she's got that. Okay, so Sachko, give me a mind check. I would like to see if whether or not you are fast enough to attempt to stop Suki.
Okay, 5, 11.
Okay. So, you're sitting there, you're watching the fight. You're like, yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah. And that is when you see Suki start to move. And you're like, oh, okay, she's gonna get a better vantage point. Yeah, I'll go with her. But then you see the look in her eyes. And you reach out for her, but you're just a little bit too slow as she runs and she pushes the Pink Ranger off of the roof. Daisuke, you are sitting there fighting the Black Ranger, and he is ever your match. Both of you are just as strong and just as fast and equally skilled in your martial arts. Some days you're a little bit better because you have your friends, and some days he's a little bit better just because he's a bastard. On this day, it appears that both of you are evenly matched, but then you hear a blood-curdling scream as you see the bullpen typesetter writer that just hammers out fucking reports and shit all day that are written by other people. Suki, push the healer and the heart of the group off of the top of the building.
I always knew heart was the weakest part.
Pink. No.
Because I am so mad that like one of my favorite rangers was pushed off the side. I'm gonna attempt to push Suki off the building now.
Now you're instead of Daisuke, it's Daisuke.
Die, Suki.
Okay.
I was like, not the Pink Ranger. She's my second favorite.
Okay. So here's how we're gonna adjudicate that.
Double betrayal.
Anime betrayals of all time.
Sachko,
Yeah.
give me an ACV check. Suki, give me a DCV check.
That's 2d6, add my ACV.
And just add your raw ACV, yeah.
Your raw apple cider vinegar.
15.
20.
Damn!
Well, shit's about to get weird. So,
About?
right? So, Suki, you see Sachiko run at you, and be like, with tear
Pink
streaked,
rain.
yeah, with tear streaked eyes, Pink Ranger, no. And as she nears you, you just sidestep her, and her momentum carries her forward, and she pitches over the top of the building and is now also falling.
Join your friends in hell.
Dun da da bum 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 da da bum 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 bum. It's just this dark, evil music playing. And Sachiko, you are screaming and falling to your death. Daisuke, what are you doing?
Fuck, I can't believe I've done this.
I
I've
jump
got
out of
to
the
save them.
I jump out of the plane.
Summon!
I pull the ripcord. What are you doing?
Summon office manager bot thing.
And your briefcase appears out of nowhere. Your briefcase. You should be able to pull something
Briefcase.
out of that, but instead you throw it high into the air, and beams of light shoot from secret points on the earth, and strike the briefcase, and it grows, gwah, 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 and then like parts of it come off and rearrange, and landing in the middle of the street is Die Office Bottle. He is awaiting your command.
Jump on board and then use him to try and catch the two.
All right. Give me a I guess bod check to control the robot. Why not?
Rolling with my soul. Okay.
Actually, you know what? No. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. Give me soul. Give me soul.
Okay. 22.
To 1-2. One, two, two. Okay, so yeah, in the entire transformation, summoning, transformation, boarding, and control sequence on camera takes about 5 minutes. But operating in Sentai time, all of this was apparently instantaneous, including you shouting like an entire 3-second sentence and throwing the thing. It's Sentai time. And the hand of the robot shoots out and it catches Sachiko, but it does not catch Office Pink. Da-da-da. And she
Seiko, no!
And there is a and when everyone looks down, they just see Office Pink lying on the ground, the concrete slightly cracked beneath her.
No, not Office Pink.
And Sachiko, you're in the robot hand. Everyone else is, all of the other rangers are stunned. You know, like, oh,
You
what's
saved me, my hero.
yes, but I
You're
didn't.
gonna have to get a reward later.
But I didn't
at what
save her.
cost?
Yeah, but at what cost? But at what cost, you fangirl whore?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Well, no, you-
Well, I tried to push
no, that's
Suki
the
off.
that's the fans at home who are now super pissed that Sachiko, the character they hate, lived, and
Aw.
and Office Pink died.
Holy shit, she's dead.
And Suki, everyone else is standing around in stunned silence, apparently, even the tentacle monster. What
Yeah,
what do you,
and I turn to him. I go, "Get them, you idiots!"
and he looks over at the Black Ranger, who's actually standing there with his arms folded, and is like, all right, go ahead. And the tentacle monster with one turns his arm into one giant tentacle and sweeps everybody else off of the
Sweeps
other
legs.
yeah, sweeps the leg. And all the other, and for some reason this is an absolutely devastating maneuver, and the other rangers are, you know, they're like on the ground writhing and like, oh, it hurts so bad that he slightly hit us in the ankles and caused us to topple over. And Black Ranger looks around and goes, well, that's surprising. And he'll extend a hand to you, Suki, and he'll go, let's go.
All part of the plan.
All part of the plan. And then the clamp laugh. What?
You'll
And
pay for this, Black Office Man.
Wait.
that's
And
that's kind of problematic there.
that is.
We are gonna have to change that in post.
I'm sorry.
This is why they say the colors afterwards.
This is why they say the colors after.
Super Sentai Man Black.
Now I get it.
Just as bad though.
And so Office Black and Suki vanish into a portal of darkness. And yeah, all of you guys are and the monster also vanishes with them.
It's just like, damn.
And Sachiko, the office robot, puts you on the roof and resumes its form as a briefcase, and Office Red is teleported to be standing next to you, and the other Rangers get up, and then the camera immediately goes to everyone running downstairs, and coming out of the building, all of you surrounding Office Pink, who has now de-hensioned, who is now untransformed, and has a very trace trickle of blood running down the corner of her mouth. But of course has, Sentai battle damage, so, her clothes are a little bit messed up and she has like dirt and stuff on her face. Yeah. What are you guys doing? You're
Poke her with a stick. See if she's still alive.
poke her with a stick.
Like, some rubble.
Maybe it just looked like a devastating
Okay,
hit.
yoink, yoink. Like, are you still alive? Boink, boink.
Wow. God, you guys are horrible at everything.
Is
I
that
don't have
Kachi saying
healing
that?
ability.
I have healing abilities.
Okay, you don't get to talk though. You just like zippity doo dot out of here.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Only I had access to my original briefcase. I could save her.
And the rain starts to fall, and the melancholic, heart-swelling music begins to play, and the camera pans up, and it says, "To be continued next week." And then the closing music starts to play, and the camera will pan out from that to, like kind of like a crystal ball. And Kaji, the Black Flame Cardinal, is standing above it, and the Ashen Lady standing next to him, looking, and he's looking at the orb, and he turns and he looks at her and he goes, "Well, that was certainly unexpected." And he
I
goes,
go, what the fuck?
and
Nani?
and the Ashen
We were a
Lady
TV
says,
show to them this whole time.
and the Ashen Lady goes, "Unexpected, but it shows that their bond has cracks that can be exploited. Can you go further?" As little as I know about how these gods' minds work, they are remarkably human. I think I have more than enough to be able to drive the real wedge between them. Isn't it fascinating that the one who is best able to bring them together is the one who will provide us with what is needed to drive them furthest apart? And then, and the cackling, and that is the end of this week's episode of The Guardian.
Ah.
Da, da, da.
He just out here fucking betraying us.
Straight up, that's some yeah.
To be fair, you said two things that I took to be the character that I was playing in that imaginary world. And you said I was trying to get into upper management. And I was trying to sell details on the Super Sentai.
Yep.
Makes me reason that I would try to betray them if I could, if I thought I would get ahead.
Look, bro, I'm not throwing any shade on you. It's like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There's no shade being thrown. You've actually taken something that I was thinking was going to be just like a quick little 2 or 3 part episode that maybe I would see the resolution to later, and you've just given me another episode. So I'm not mad. Because you guys are still stuck in Super Sentai world. Because you weren't able to break out of it with the soul checks. So it looks like the next episode of The Guardians is going to be still in Super Sentai Dream World, and I'm gonna have to come up with more stuff for that, and I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, we're kind of bad at these soul checks.
So yeah, that's like I said, that's totally cool. Usually these genre spanning filler episodes usually are about 2 or 3 episodes anyway, so makes perfect sense. So with that, ladies and gentlemen who are watching, will be watching, can be watching, thank you very much for joining us for this episode. As a programming note, from this point forward, The Guardians is going to be a bi-weekly feature. So our next episode will actually be the week after next from this one, which is, bring it up. 30, the 6th of June.
Cutting out a bit for me.
What's that?
Oh, so you were cutting out a bit for me.
Was I cutting out a bit? I was a little bit far from the mic. I need to turn its gain up a little bit more. But anyway, the next episode of The Guardians will be on June 6th. So please join us. Please look forward to it. Hi. I am going to go ahead and end the stream here in a moment, and we will do a little bit of after actions, and then that will be the end of the night. So say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
night.
night, Dr. Nick. And